It must be Christmas because Janine has more murder on her mind. As David reveals his recording and blackmails her for everything she has, $250,000. She lies to Billy that David's trying to frame her for Michael's murder, then tells David he can have the cash, while telling Billy she wants him dead. Janine tries to get the phone, but David catches her and later hides it in Tiff's jacket when he gets a message from Janine to meet her at Butcher's Joints. He heads there, but suddenly a car accelerates and slams into him. Is he dead? And will Janine be caught or vanish forever? Alfie's perturbed to find a stranger helping himself to a pint in the Vic. The man's there to meet Phil about buying the pub. Little does he know who he is. Alfie and Kat are gutted to be leaving the old girl and have a cheap booze bar as a farewell. Phil tries to shift Shirley, but she's jubilant when Mick suddenly arrives, and the family connection is made. Linda and Shirley almost come to blows when Mick invites her and Tina to move in, but even more pressing is their lack of booze after the cheap bar. And Bianca's unimpressed when Nikki turns up with presents and reluctantly agrees she can join them for Christmas. It's a recipe for disaster, and when a food fight kicks off, Bianca kicks Terry out. Next, it's Christmas on the cobbles. Hypocrite Peter tears strips off Tina for kissing Rob, but Carla later persuades her to look after Simon, and Peter arranges a chat about child minding. Peter tells her they have to keep their distance. Yeah, right, and in no time they're in each other's arms, just as Carla walks in. She clearly doesn't catch them because their Christmas gift is 1% of Underworld, making them partners, much to Rob and Tracy's disgust. Hayley's last Christmas is traumatic as she has to end a trip to Santa's grotto when it becomes overwhelming, then ups her painkillers to deal with the agony. Roy's thrilled when she gives him a model of the train he drove on their wedding day, but neighbours ruin his wish for a quiet Christmas. Despite this, it's a very happy one, although soon after Hayley breaks down and screams at the unfairness when she gets awful news. Kylie's on a mission to get as wasted as she can over the holidays. First she tries to drag Max out of the nativity, then she turns up hungover to work. Leanne orders her out of the bistro and David goes to find her. He persuades her to come to Christmas dinner, but she storms out, a bender on her mind. Next we visit Emmerdale. Depressed Declan is the village's bad Santa, and when Megan tries to tell him the house will be repossessed, he grabs her violently, so she packs and leaves. Sam and Rachel decide to take what's owed to him, and they break in, although Sam later thinks better of it and returns the gifts, then proposes to Rachel. Declan sets fire to the house in front of a stunned Charity, then refuses to leave as it burns around him, but flees at the last minute. Meanwhile, Megan sees it burning and goes to find him, but is knocked out by falling timber. She's rescued, but is in a critical condition, while Sam fears he started the fire. David and Alicia prepare for their wedding, and Jacob's made up when she asks him to give her away. Meanwhile, Priya begs David not to marry Alicia. As the day dawns, everything goes wrong. Alicia's boiler packs up, Val burns her hair, then David's sick. Things look bad, but there's an even bigger shock in store.